Scrambles to produce Russia collusion evidence but fails miserably by Amy Moreno for TruthFeedNews.com. The chief Russian conspiracy theorist Adam Schiff is now claiming he has plenty of proof that President Trump colluded with the Russians. His claims actually come on the heels of the GOP House Intelligence Committee's announcement that there was no evidence of election collusion between Trump and Russia. It's remarkable to think that Adam Schiff was somehow able to uncover evidence of Trump-Russia collusion when, after over a year, Congress and a team of FBI agents couldn't. Needless to say, when pressed, Schiff was unable to provide any evidence. From the Hill, Democrats on the House Intelligence Committee say Republicans prematurely closed the panel's investigation into Russians' interference despite what they claim to be significant evidence of collusion between the Kremlin and the Trump campaign. There is significant evidence, and much of it in the public domain, on the issue of collusion. Representative Adam Schiff, the top Democrat on the committee, said during a press conference on Tuesday, flanked by other Democrats on the panel. Schiff blamed House Intelligence Chairman Devin Nunes and the majority party for shutting the doors on the investigation that he says has yet to interview key witnesses or obtain relevant documents. Sadly, from a very early point in the investigation, the chairman made the decision that his mission was not to find out what Russia did, not to determine the role of U.S. persons, but rather to endeavor to distract the public, to put the government on trial, Schiff said. Schiff accused Republicans of setting a dangerous precedent that could kneecap future committees' efforts to get witnesses from the executive branch. Other Democrats also voiced concern over how those inquiries may go given the decision to end the current probe. Representative Jim Himes said Republicans created lasting damage for other congressional committees by failing to hold witnesses who declined to answer certain questions accountable, affording them historically broad and unprecedented exemptions in their questioning. Other lawmakers, such as Representative Eric Swalwell, warned that Republicans' decision to end the probe sends the signal to Russia and other countries that they can interfere in U.S. affairs going forward. The backlash from Democrats comes after Representative Mike Conway, the senior Republican leading the Russia probe, announced on Monday that the committee had concluded the interview portion of their investigation and would be moving on to writing a report of their findings. A draft copy of the GOP report denied any evidence of collusion. While they did agree largely with the intelligence community's assessment that Russians sought to sow discord in the U.S., Republicans on the panel disagreed with the view that Russia explicitly sought to help President Trump's campaign. Sadly, it is little more than another Nunes memo in long form, Schiff said, referring to Nunes' controversial decision to release a declassified memo authored by his staff that outlined allegations of surveillance abuse. It cherry-picks some intelligence facts and ignores a whole host of others, Schiff said. It misleadingly characterizes events, tells a story that couldn't be better written if it was written in the White House itself. It is not a serious work, but then again, it wasn't designed to be. In a 21-page document billed as a status update, Intelligence Committee Democrats laid out a swath of outstanding lines of inquiry that they say Republicans either shortchanged or failed to pursue entirely. Among those neglected areas, Democrats say, are Trump's finances, something the president has long billed as a red line in inquiries into election meddling. Citing credible allegations as to the use of Trump's properties to launder money by Russian oligarchs, criminals, and regime cronies. Democrats called for an investigation into whether Trump's financial exposure via Deutsche Bank or other private loan constitute a point of leverage that Russia may have exploited and may still be using. Another area Democrats say was not fully investigated was the Trump campaign's knowledge of the hack of the Democratic National Committee, DNC, and Hillary Clinton's former campaign chair, John Podesta, and the circumstances surrounding the strategic release of those emails in the month before the 2016 election. Did the Trump campaign receive advanced knowledge of or access to stolen information? Did the stolen documents inform any of their campaign activity, including voter persuasion and targeting? And what was the chain of custody of the hacked and stolen emails that were then weaponized and strategically released? Democrats question. Trump has repeatedly and consistently denied any coordination with Russia related to its election interference campaign. The 21-page document also lists a series of potential witnesses Democrats say should have been called and were not, as well as others who should have been compelled to reappear and address questions left unanswered. Former Chief of Staff Reince Priebus, former White House spokesman Sean Spicer, former Deputy National Security Advisor K.T. McFarland, and current White House Policy Advisor Stephen Miller are among the names on that list. Democrats have complained that Republicans have allowed witnesses to set the parameters of their testimony at the behest of the White House, a characterization disputed by Conway. Republicans argue that they are winding down an investigation in which they extensively interviewed and reviewed key documents. So look at all the points, but yet nothing mentioned about what the Democrats' collusion with the Russians were. And what are they saying? That, in other words, the American people didn't vote their conscience? What are they saying about the people of America? Who can tell you which way to vote unless you believe in what you believe in to vote for? I mean, what are they saying? They're a bunch of nut jobs, that's all I have to say. And can you imagine all this is taking place for a decrepit old crooked witch like Hillary because she lost, because they wanted control of everything. That's why they're infuriated right now. Yep. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.